Alright guys, welcome back. How are you? The kids are not being supervised, so of course they're jumping. Like you do. Just one sec. Almost ready. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, whence we last saw each other 80 years ago. 7. I don't know, whatever. It's one of them. We had just wrapped up some wars with some people and stuff. We beat the Ottomans, we beat the Commonwealth. That was the big thing we did today, right? We made sure to resolve that war correctly, so that they are dead. They are very much dead. Our truce is up in 4 years. We have no truce with Spain, no CB on Spain. Spain stopped being a valid rival. I think that the Italian mission tree eventually gets us into Spain, but probably not until after we kill France. Is that true? Does that sound right? We'll finish Italy, and then we get not stuff. Is there not that much more? We missed this by 1 occupation, which is annoying. The religion in Jerusalem changes to Orthodox. Well, I'm already working on that. 2.6%. We might want to switch to a missionary strength advisor if we get offered one. What else we got down here? We need 5 provinces with centers for kids who can't read good. We did just spawn the next institution. Oh, there we go. Permanent claims on the Albania area. Permanent claim on Aragon, Catalonia, Valencia, Baleares. We already got all that. We integrated Aragon. This one we did. It's done. There it is. Permanent claim. Permanent claims on Iberia. Okay. So this requires us to do a bit of work, including owning all of France. Just control all of France, and then we can go after Spain. Wrong order. Lol. Okay, well, we should go after this thing up here. I did just reload the game, so if we're lucky, we'll see the coalition disband a bit. Current coalition members look like this. Timurids, Morocco, Mamluks. Timurids can probably be kicked out. We're annexing Byzantium now. I think we're going down to no subjects briefly. I think we will probably ally Portugal. And soon I'm looking to probably ally Great Britain. And dump France. So, we've got about 103 months left in our current era. And that's all I have to say about that. Any questions, thoughts, comments? Ingolstadt has left. Let's start improving with the Timurids. Other big people that are in the coalition was Denmark. We want to continue improving with Denmark. If he leaves the coalition, we just immediately attack him. And we're currently cleaning up some rebels that spawned when I was revoking estate reforms and stuff. Need to build a couple more forts here and there. I want a fort in Teruel. Might as well start it with the that one. I started doing a little bit of development over here in Maramuros so that we could get another building slot in order to have another fort. I specifically took that mountain range to build forts, so we have to get forts there. Steel maps, maybe? Yeah. Yep, I mentioned that earlier today. That is a thing we should be doing. Nothing we can do about our tech group at this point in the game, I think, because I'm still really surprised, actually, that when we formed Italy... Let's see, where is it? We formed Italy and we stayed Eastern Tech. Our capital moved, like, I expected us to become Western then, but we did not. Planning on releasing the Teutons. I had not considered it. We should probably just focus on the Italian mission tree at this point. Or whatever other direction makes sense at the time. But we're basically waiting for imperialism now, and when we get that, then we can just kind of blob our ass off. So, expand in the direction of least resistance until imperialism, then conquer the world. Let's great power influence 1,200 ducats. Never mind. Let's not. Let's scornfully insult this guy's rival, which is Russia, who is our rival. We don't need the power projection, but we want the opinion with Denmark. Looks right. Now they're above 50 opinion, and they have less than 50 aggressive expansion, so if we're lucky, they should flip from outraged within the next month or two, and then leave the coalition, and then we can immediately attack them. Because yeah. Okay, zone of control is kind of okay down here. Less important down there. You don't need to save money for anything. Just need to get 2 more development in this province. Development's getting kind of pricey. 50 per click is way more than I generally like to pay, but this fort is very important, in my opinion. Therefore worth. Alright, are you... Yep, he is now neutral, so this is kind of cheesy, but we're just gonna reload the game real quick, because that should prompt the AI to do an update. I would really like Denmark to leave the coalition right now. It's not really an exploit. Is it? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so Dr. Trebuchet, back to steel maps, like... Let's say we had maps. What's the idea? Like, we want maps of Africa, maps of India. You guys want to... We are in the Genoa and Venice node. We could theoretically benefit from having colonial nations, more merchants, and all we really need, though, is to just move more into Spain, which is why I was looking in the mission tree for Spanish stuff. Let's go ahead and improve with Great Britain to try to prevent him from becoming a rival. Timurids have left, Denmark has left, perfect. Come back from the Timurids, and let's immediately attack Denmark. Oh, you silly, silly guy. Have a nice stream, people? Okay. I'll do my best. Lose 3,000 money. Or don't. I'm going to don't, because I've already clicked the buttons and I can't... I don't know, we got a bunch of them that I want to upgrade, but I don't have enough cash on hand, so... I should really probably plan to get that event again. I'm not sure why it's happening suddenly and not earlier in the game, but... Coalition is now comprised of these people. Denmark brings in Wurzburg, Flanders. We need to do this for the agenda. Call on France, we're using them as much as we can. Wurzburg is suddenly a thing that exists. I'm not sure when or why, but they do exist. Morocco is raiding us. We're not doing these cores. Those cores are just a temporary thing because I'm trying to convert Jerusalem. So we stated it temporarily to get +1 missionary strength. We are still going kind of slow. I think I might fish for a missionary. What are the UI mods available anywhere to download? Exclamation mods, I think, is the command. Or it might be exclamation EU4 mods. I'm not sure, actually. Someone in chat can probably help you out, though. It's just, the main thing, all I really use is the Artemis UI. It's called UI a la Artemis, which is basically the same set of mods that I've always used, except in a very convenient package that he keeps updated. Morocco is suddenly being a jerk because they took back a bunch of land from Spain. Where are they devastating anyway? Down here, it looks like. We're already building a fort in Teruel, but that's not going to cover Alicante. Alicante has 42% devastation. Sick. It's not an accepted culture, so we cannot do Consecrate Metropolitan for the monthly devastation reduction. It's not a great location, but we might just build a basic fort here. This church is kind of dumb. Doesn't need to be a level 2 fort, though. One last dev click here, and we'll build a level 4 fort here. We did, earlier today, start building our good soldiers' households in our soldier household states, and they're all completing. So our manpower per month should increase fairly sizably soon. Okay, these guys can go to about there. Where is the other transport fleet? Almost done. Our naval force limit has come up also quite a bit. Pathing through there and attacking the mountains, probably not what we wanted to do. But honestly, we'll just retreat onto the target that I wanted to go onto anyway. Move in and siege. We need to get our professionalism maxed out. We're at 51% now. Okay, so I wasn't planning on playing this campaign this late, but kind of glad we did. Definitely get to see different things at this stage of the game. Getting to absolutism is something I actually rarely get to do, so it's kind of fun. What's the war goal? We have an estate agenda to take over at least one province in this whole state, so we'll just take over the whole state. And I guess we're trying to get a merchant out of this area or something, is kind of the goal-ish. Kind of makes sense to me. Land force limit is okay. We could build some more troops. These guys are 51, 50. We're definitely best off still drilling down here. Some more infantry trained. Wurzburg should be pretty easy to knock out. This stack can head up to here. This stack can go up there. It's really nice when you get to the stage of the game where manpower doesn't matter anymore. I approve of it. I think you should do it. What's the idea behind starting as Serbia? Chat said to do it. Basically. We voted on it. You guys wanted to do Serbia, so we did. It's just that simple sometimes. No other reason. Actually, what it is I really wanted to do the very standard classic maneuver of forming Italy as Serbia. That's something people do often. Seems like something people would do, right? Started the fort in that mountain. I do want to start a fort in Alicante. I did. What else? We have devastation on these islands. We could put a mountain, like put a fort here. It's not a particularly good fort, but also we still do need some for, what's it called? Fully maintained forts. Fort ratio. And have these two armies kind of stagger themselves a little bit here. It's a fort in that province as well. Betray France when? I think it's like real soon, like practically like right now. Like kind of chomping at the bit to do it. Especially after looking through the mission tree and seeing that we have to eat all of France to get the permanent claims on Iberia. This fort's going to project into here. We probably build... I mean, the mountain forts are great. We don't need a fort here, but I do want to have this blocked off. So... Look at that, they actually built a fort in their capital. Level 5. Huh. So I might build one here, and in Wisna, and in Memel. Just for the favorable terrain. All three of these buildings are kind of good. I guess we'll take this to 20 development? That seems really pricey. We could get rid of the production efficiency. That's the least valuable of them. The marketplace is also not actually that useful in this state, since we don't have a merchant in this Krakow node yet. It's really important that I keep the trade power generators in the Hungarian state. Actually, we're like really far off. 46%. Huh. Well, either way, I think we'll get rid of that. We'll build a fort. Bessarabia is not defensive terrain. There's already a level 4 fort there. If we don't keep it, then there are some provinces that get kind of ignored. Taking that. We'll just pay for the forts ourselves. We don't even have any subjects anymore, so... Well, we do, but they're not in the wars, so they don't count. Okay, war score against Wurzburg is 36. I don't actually care for anything from him. It's just going to be probably war ups and money. We don't need trade power or anything. Although technically, trade power from him does help us. We have merchants in here, and we're actively steering wealth toward Champagne, and then Champagne gives us some wealth into Genoa. So if we get enough war score against him quickly, I guess we will do trade power. Any plans for the new campaign, or just enjoying eating all of Europe? I mean, we gotta at least... We're like 8 years away from the next era. We have to at least use absolutism a little, right? That's a reasonable thing to do at this stage, I think. Good old France doing a 4.3% attrition siege with a massive 7 bonus instead of being efficient and good and suffering far less attrition with a better bonus. Have I considered something like Warhammer? No, I do have a couple sponsor things coming up next weekend, but I don't really actively like look into upcoming games or recent releases or anything lately. If they approach me wanting me to play their title, then I consider it, but right now I'm kind of in play my core audience game mode. Yeah, the artillery from this stack needs to swap in up there. This is kind of risky, but I'm gonna have the artillery go by themselves to swap in. That way we can do stuff. Lose mercantilism to gain a very, very small amount of money. This is definitely a mercantilism click. Trade is where we do make the majority of our money. It's pretty common in late game EU4 for that to happen. We do want to integrate Crimea. Probably start spying on our primary enemies again, like the Commonwealth in particular. We're at 95 war score against Wurzburg. Let's go ahead and take trade power. Bye-bye, loser McDummy head. Stop being friends with Denmark? Sure, I guess. Why not? I mean, it doesn't actually matter to us. None of the other relationships seem to matter. That just leaves Flanders, who is sieged out. We have 60 individual war score with him. We'll keep rolling up into Denmark. I think we already have enough war score to be like done with this. These two armies are kind of policing the corridor. Stack wiped Sweden. That's good. Stupid, sexy Flanders. To be fair, and watching you since before Gideon was a thing, you're at your best when it's very obvious that you're enjoying yourself. Think that it wouldn't be too bad to check out stuff that still fall into the strategy category. Well, okay. I hear you. Here's the problem. I am at my best when I'm enjoying games, for sure. But also, I'm at my best when I'm learning things. But also, over the last, like, 8-9 years of doing YouTube and Twitch and stuff, I've kind of painted myself into a corner where people kind of expect me to be an expert at everything. To know every answer, to have the answer. So, like, if I try to play a new game and I don't have the answer, it's like there's a mismatch. Do you see what I mean? It's tough. Like, if we go way back, remember the very first two EU4 playthroughs I ever did, we went bankrupt. And that was back when bankruptcy lasted 15 years and was ultra painful. And, like, it was super bad. But people don't seem to remember that. So I don't know. It's just thoughts. Just thoughts and things. Alright, this war is over. I missed the Yoink Dev patch. That one was fun. Like, that was stupid. It was really dumb. But I liked it. It was fun. Just having like a 300 development to 700 development capital was fun, wasn't it? Am I the only one? That was great. Rebels. Is there anything better than rummaging through the game, learning, and then teaching it? That's like what I draw out of it. I really like the feeling I get when I understand something, and I know I understand it, and I've answered every question I can think of about a mechanic or how a system works. And then I also equally enjoy helping other people to arrive to that same place. So I like the teaching, I like the learning. So like part of the reason why I am happy to keep playing this playthrough, even though we're in complete no-brain blob mode, is I rarely get to show people this phase of the game and why. That's why we continued. It's like, I know this is the correct way to play it, but you kind of need to see the full effect to really trust it and believe it and know it. Like when I make a comment about absolutism and people just don't believe me, it's kind of funny to me, but you'll see. You'll see. This battle probably does require a morale recovery tick before we do it. Alright, we have 35 war score and we've knocked out all secondary participants, so let's just take the war goal. Just these three. They say no, to which we say, why? What is wrong with you? Why not just say yes? That would make more sense. You can go here, you can go to like here, you can go to here. So we're waiting on a few more forts, or... Did I miss it? Was there like a battle or something? Maybe that's why they're being so stubborn. Oh yeah, ongoing battles -10 is part of it. A couple more battles with Denmark's direct army would help. We've lost a general. We are 0.4 force limit. No. Alright, so how does this formula work again? 287 divided by 3.59. Every 80 force limit, so the next one's at 320, right? That's actually really useful to, like, have, just in general. It kind of motivates me to actually build regimental camps, even if I don't need them, specifically need them, so that I can get another general slot, but... Who shall lead? Boom. Asair, how's it going? I know you, Asair. Boom! 6-6 is great. No idea which army you were... Probably this one. Apparently we gained Force March recently. I almost never use Force March. It's just generally not useful in single player, but situationally, it can be good to use. France really wants to take that island. I'm gonna go back to spying on Commonwealth while we wait for this guy to agree. Denmark's always really pesky when it comes to getting them to agree to a full deal. Of course, the two people doing sieges were the ones with only 2 siege pips. Way too many of you with 2 siege pips. Just gotta roll better, man. Ensign's back here drilling. Let's put Dr. Trebuchet here. Let's put... Keep on pressing the wrong key. Northeast fight started. We should be fine. We've got a reinforcement stack nearby. As long as we're not fighting against the Commonwealth, like, no one has the numbers. They don't have the numbers and the combat ability to contest our stacks. The fact that the Commonwealth has their golden era, not golden era, their Reformation age thing, making them strong and rich, and then they've got their winged hussars and all that crap, and 1/3 of a million troops, is the only reason we ever have to like pay any attention to what's going on. So we should be fine now. .42 war score and medium enthusiasm. Probably just push him until he's on low. Alright, that is soldiers' households in every one of our 4 main manpower states. We have 5 merchants. We should be looking for a 5th inland center if we want more manpower. This one is non-accepted culture, and I don't want to accept this culture, but it's still an additive penalty or bonus, so it's not a bad location to take to level 5, or level 4, sorry, 3, whatever words, numbers. Derp. Derp, derp. Is it not worth keeping Byzantine around for missions and claims over all of Anatolia? That is at least the 3rd time in the last day that someone has asked me that exact question, like worded perfectly the same. The reason why we don't really care is because we have 25% core cost reduction ourselves. We're late enough into the game that we're going to get imperialism soon, and we don't need the claims. Plus, the Ottomans are still a valid rival, so we have like minus 90% unjustified demands. We don't need claims to be able to take Clay. And we are better at direct coring than we are at integration with Italy. So, is it not better to keep it? No, it's not. If it were, I probably would be, but... for example, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I want to say Austria, Bohemia, something like that. Doesn't somebody have, or was it France? I could be thinking of a modded campaign also. Who is it that has diplomatic annexation costs as part of their national ideas? I think Austria does. Yeah, don't they? Pretty sure they do. Great Britain, really? Yep, annexation minus 15. So like a country like that, instead of having core creation cost minus 25, you would definitely want to keep Byzantium. So you could utilize their claims, and then they can pay to core the land, and then you integrate them for cheaper. But our country doesn't do that. Our country is all about the direct annexation. So compared to other playthroughs where I would probably always stay focused on Diplo generation, we probably will spend a lot more time on admin focus, so we can do direct coring. We are at 9 enthusiasm. Where is our 6 siege pip leader? He is busy. There were quite a few places where regimental camps were popping up. Have we actually built everything here that I would want to build? Oh yeah, in this state I don't need a courthouse. It does still give us some money with the state maintenance. But the province governing cost does nothing. I had to choose between courthouse and regimental camp. I guess I would take the regimental camp here. Same thing there. These ones just have extra building slots because they are flat and high development. You just have lots of stuff. Don't really need a marketplace in places that don't have centers of trade. It's just not worth it. You're getting maybe, what, 2? If you went all the way to a stock exchange, you can have 125% of the 5.4 base, which is just not a significant number. So I think we also build one of these here. Probably both of those as well. And then this state, same situation, flat terrain, don't need anything else. Cataliad. Would we build one in Cataliad? Yeah, I'm thinking about taking this level 3 anyway, so sure. Harassed. Wish you could right-click here to zoom to location like you can with some other stuff. Bum. Courthouse plus expand manufacturing. Bum. Alright, 6th Merchants is gonna go up into here to help out with putting down aggressive expansion. Alright, sorry, you said courthouse plus expand manufacturing. So the only drawback to that, like the big detractor, is expand infrastructure costs 50 admin points. So we went through the math earlier today, and I think there's only one circumstance where expand infrastructure is worth it. It has to be a state where you do not yet have a state house, and you are trying to build a state house and another manufactory that's equally important to you. So like in this state, we have, this is a manpower state. And when I say manpower state, I mean a state that has a level 3 center of trade that's an inland center, which provides 33% manpower to the whole state. So like this state makes just ridiculous amounts of manpower. Like a lot, like 11,000, 11,000, 8,000, 11,000, and then Como is just kind of low stuff and whatever. Como's numbers are actually really bad, but it's still along for the ride. So in that case, honestly, you'd probably still be better off just not doing a soldier household in one of the locations, which is what we ended up doing here. In this state, we build, there's five provinces, we built 4 soldiers' households instead of regular manufactories, and then in the 5th location, we just built a state house. So I could technically expand infrastructure and then build another soldier's household in a premium location. 260% manpower efficiency here, which is like really good, but still not really worth it because of the 15 flat cost and the 50 admin points. The 15 flat cost governing capacity, I mean. Are you not on low yet? Why are you trying? Stop trying. This is probably a safe fight. Yeah, more land is going to be generally better than doing that click. $55, and he is on 20 enthusiasm, probably because of a battle. Ongoing battles plus 14. As soon as those are done, I think we're ready to peace out. We want to take Riga. I don't really care to like get into this area, do I? But what if we did? What if we did for no reason at all? Just took clay way the hell up here. Like, we obviously take the 3 permanent claims. We should take the double center and estuary. And if we're going to take that, it makes sense to take these 3, because I'm going to build the building that increases trade power in the trade company. They do cost a bit, and he's not our rival. So we are paying dipple points for this. We could just chill and wait for imperialism and not pay these dipple points. Finnish cores? Yeah, he does still have Finnish cores. We have a lot of subject relationship slots. And, we're close to the governing capacity with available relationship slots. That's basically the circumstance that says you should make subjects. All I need is enough land in this node to get the merchant, and then I don't want any more. So how much do we have right now? It's called the Baltic Sea. Let's play the game where we try to figure out which one it is. This one? We have 16% control. The provincial trade power number is this. So we need to have 50% provincial trade power. Memel and Riga, like, we're getting credit for Riga right now, even though we don't own it, because it's occupied. The math for how much land we need to take to ensure that we get the merchant is something I don't really want to do right now. We could do it, but it practically requires a spreadsheet. I think we just take this and hope that this is enough, plus Memel. Because we know we're going to take these from Poland soon. And I don't want to go crazy on land that's not part of the trade league, or part of the claims. I think we push for this. He should agree after the battles are over. Besides, we want to focus on the people that actually matter, like France, and Spain, and Russia, and the Commonwealth, and the Ottomans, and all of the people. Almost done converting Jerusalem. I would like to get to the point where we can do economic hegemon in this playthrough as well. That seems like another fairly reasonable number to shoot for, as far as like how much work we want to do. A coalition may form if we do this. Oh, that would be a shame. I mean, I would like his money and war reps if possible. But we're not likely to get onto his capital. I don't really want to go siege down more stuff. It's just too much time and whatever. The money's not worth it. Maybe we can push for just war reps. I'd rather have war reps than direct money, because we only get 44% of the money, but 100% of the war reps. And generally the war reps are more money than 10 war score worth of money. Let's check to see if that's still true. 10 war score worth of money is 840. If you had to choose between 10% war score worth of money or 10% war score worth of war reps, Denmark, even half occupied, is at like 47 gold times 120 months times 10%. It's like roughly close, and you don't get any inflation, and we get 100% of it. If we got 44% or 45%, it's very clearly better to take war ups than direct cash. Bum 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 bum. And the 2-hole prestige, true. You are right. That's a big factor, isn't it? Trent is mad. Richie, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Appreciate your support. Welcome back. I'm not going to look at this again until he is... Wow, it's expensive. Well, damn. I have the money. I don't want to switch off of the icon. We do need to embrace an institution, so turning this on is not unreasonable. Right now, the institution costs us that much money. We have some institution embracement discount, I think, already. Minus 20. So we're at 80% cost. Turning on the religious bonus would be... It would save us a quarter of the listed amount. So what's a quarter of that? Call it 1,400? Would you trade 10 papal authority, sorry, 10 Orthodox authority, whatever the hell you call it, for 1,400 money? Probably. Probably do this peace seal then swap. It's either that or we just lose 15 for no reason, which is not something I'd like to do. We can do the thing in Jerusalem. It is active. He's willing to agree to war reps. Okay, yoink. Let's switch to institution embracement for a bit. Let's do this click. Okay, we'll get our buildings. Should probably upgrade that center. Start our cores. Not the ones that don't cause overextension, because this state needs to get turned back into a not state. And instead be a trade company, but I can't do the trade company until later. So we'll ignore that for now. What an HRE sandwich between France and Commonwealth. Yeah, Commonwealth kind of went crazy. Do you guys remember 2 or 3 days ago? They were really being jerks and kept calling us into a lot of crap. Really took advantage of us, I think. Om Sessa Church. Any owned province in India, we can have +1 local goods produced. A province owned by Italy in India with the trade goods silk or spices will gain the modifier major trade post. Is that permanent? I don't think that it would be, but maybe. Do base manpower development. We have some military points. Want me to develop my trade company with manpower. Once again, the Cossacks, super intelligent, but sure. That one's easy to accomplish, and I can just be done with it and move on. It's not enough to actually get high. That is super close in the Egypt node. Is here. We upgrade this Rosetta. Wait, I don't have company depots here yet? Whoops. That should have been done a while back, I think. Yeah, if it's +1 goods produced permanently, it probably is. I mean, the reason I don't think it is because it's an agenda. It seems unlikely that you're going to get +1 goods produced from an agenda. That's like a really significant big number. We could get rid of some more things that reduce our absolutism cap. I really like this one. General cost -25 makes it so much cheaper to roll generals, but ultimately admin point and diplo point efficiency from absolutism is probably more important than military point efficiency, because you can't convert military points into cores. This one's going to go away automatically when we finish the integrations, so we don't need to spend any noble loyalty on it. If we turn this one off, we stop getting bonus agendas, and we lose 10% equilibrium and influence on all the other estates. The burghers would still be above 60 and still be above 60 influence. The Cossacks already don't trend to 60, nor do we care about the cavalry combat ability modifier. So really all we're giving up here is the bonus agendas and the nobles equilibrium point. Being above 60% loyalty gives us 10% land maintenance reduction, which is pretty good. I think I'll hold on to the nobility and officer corps for a while longer. We'll take this one away. Going Republic as soon as you reach the tier required? No. No. Nope. In order to become a Republic... Where is it? We would have to wait a little bit longer, become a Republic. We lose 3 government reforms. Republics have 10 total government reforms that they have to go through. Being a Republic would not be better for us at this point. I do think Republics are better in general than monarchies, but it's not worth backtracking the government reform progress cost for these 3 ideas. This one costs 350, 300, and 250. So think about how long it takes you to generate that. 350 plus 300 plus 250. And we currently generate 0.73 a month. It would take 1,232 months or 102 years just to get back to tier 7. We would never see tier 10. According to the wiki, it is a permanent modifier. Really? We're talking about the +1 goods produced agenda. Wow. I guess maybe because you can only get that mission once per trade node. I assume that you can't get it if you already have a trade company established in that node. Pretty cool. For some reason my kids are playing right outside the door instead of somewhere less loud. But, what can you do? Papal separatists. We have regained our merchant back again. I really hate when it does this. When you gain it, lose it, gain it, lose it. Like, I don't know which one of you dummies is doing it. But stop it. Don't like it. We're pretty close to gaining a merchant in Egypt. I believe. Egypt is the one where we just got it. Okay, cool. So that should make it a lot easier to keep it. We probably don't need to run that. Keep upgrading that for a few more months. The burghers are finally happy enough. Let's get rid of patronage of the arts. I should have mentioned one of the reasons why I hadn't been adding vassals. I don't know why I forgot to mention this earlier. I did just mention it a second ago, that the nobles integration policy will automatically just turn itself off if you have no subjects. Same thing with the strong duchies. So if you're trying to purge your privileges in preparation for the Third Era, it's a good idea to do this, where you go down to 0 subjects, even just for a minute, to purge them for free. Which is what we did. And it was good. $45 supply, 51 supply. Everybody drill. France does not have 300 money. Might as well steal some manpower from them, though. Kill France. Let me think. Why are we not enemies with France yet? We were trying to make them do work in wars and stuff. Now is a perfectly acceptable time to do it if you want. We could dump them. Demand one last round of favors. We were also keeping friends with them to prevent them from also being someone who hates us from our aggressive expansion. They only have 45 aggressive expansion with us because they've largely reduced it by being allies. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. We trade France for Britain. We can also pick up Portugal, who is rivals with Spain somehow. Spain is not a valid rival for us, but they are a valid rival for Portugal. Is interesting. What was the thing someone had mentioned earlier about prestige? It being better to spend prestige on something else. What the hell is this number? Income generated by company provinces. Is that accurate? I doubt it. It also doesn't properly sort the trade company section. Oh, right, maps. Nah. We could try. Anyone want to give me maps? Just like any one of them that they'll actually let me click right now without having to move an army or navy or anything to do. Nah, too much work. Don't care. Bum 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 bum. Do we need France at all? I think we're done. Done with France? Done with Francie Pants? We're gonna have to cut him down. 1 year left on our truce. Maybe we try to use him one more time against the Commonwealth, and then we call it there. That sounds probably better. France, could you please not make me suffer attrition? We gained trade dispute against Spain because they are currently being naughty. Are they embargoing us? They're embargoing us, and we're not rivals, so we have a one-way embargo. We do want Spain's money. They are allied to the Commonwealth. We're probably just going to separate piece them rather than declare on them directly. Unless there's a small chance that Commonwealth doesn't defend, but they definitely will. Nice. Get Jerusalem started. Get Jerusalem finished. Gain +1% missionary strength versus heretics. Jerusalem's not even that impressive, really. It's this one that we care about, which requires Bedouin. 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 We need 20 development in Bedouin cores. Altogether, I have 4 + 6 is 10, + 3 is 13. 17. Okay, so if we're willing to give up our trade companies again for a while, we can actually get Bedouin accepted. Let's do that. Bedouin. I accept Bedouin. I unstate again. I hope I didn't do a whole bunch of trade company investments in this land. I might have. I may have just possibly thrown away thousands of ducats, which would be pretty dumb, but there. We accept the Bedouin. Once it's accepted, it doesn't matter if you have no 0%, it still technically counts. So this should now be possible because we accept Bedouin. We do. We did it. We accept it. Trying to form Rome? I don't know, maybe. That might be where we end. I don't really know. All I know is that we're playing EU4 again. Oh, I keep on improving with him, and then it's already maxed out. Let's spy on Commonwealth again. What are we doing on boats? We need more boats. We could probably consider moving our boats somewhere else soon. I think they are still best in Constantinople. Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Bum, bum, bum. Monument. All right. Also, we need to embrace this institution. I keep forgetting that's a thing. I did turn on edicts to try to speed up the spread. Should just turn them on everywhere to... in this case, this institution in particular spreads very fast. So it's quite likely that having the edict on for a few months or years or whatever it takes will end up being less money than the cost to run the edicts. We spawned global trade, which gives us 10% local trade power in this node. Neat. We're going to get it in Rome. We got some other pretty high development provinces that are adjacent to places that it got to. And we still have the second era plus 50% institution spread bonus, which is huge. And we turned on the icon, so... Alright. Dev click to speed it up. It's not really necessary, and I mean... We're entering the stage of the game that I like, but also is very tedious. I'm almost always too strong to play against even very hard AI at this point. So, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, by the way, it's just a fact. So, right around the time where we get absolutism and we get the ability to use imperialism, it's full-on blob mode, and it's when I finally stop doing development clicks quite as much as I normally do, which I know a lot of people would prefer conquest and clay rather than development clicks, but development clicks are so good. Development is super powerful. Speaking of which, I need to do something in Adechni. 8 to give up either of these two reforms. The Land Leader Shock is really, really good. Yearly Army Tradition 0.5 is also really good. The governing capacity we paid 5% Crown Land for. I'd really prefer to not get rid of that. I think we'll just hold on to them for now. Our max absolutism will be, at present, 15.7 plus 5 when we do the 7th government reform, which increases it again by 5. So, noble integration policy will also drop off. We need to increase crown land ownership. We're going to stop doing the money click for a little while. Increase this number to somewhere between 30 and 50. Sorry, did I just say we won't be doing development? We will be doing development. Just not selling the land. November of this year. I don't need clay from the Commonwealth, but you know, we can take some. What would we take? Which trade companies don't provide us a merchant? That's the best way to look at this. The Baltic company is still not. We need to upgrade this to level 2. So taking land from the Commonwealth to gain a merchant in the Baltic. That's like one thing I would be willing to do. In Maghreb, which is the Safi node, we do not have a merchant. We just barely broke into this node. We could get a claim on Morocco and go beat up on him a bit. He's currently part of the coalition, but we can probably kick him out. What else? Which are the nodes? in the Poland node, the Krakow node. Yeah, I think that this next war is to just take over key provinces in each of these nodes to pick up the merchants and go from there. Yeah, and then also taking, like, Haunt this time around is worthwhile. Maybe we take, like, Pozny, Haunt, Spis. Probably don't want to pay for the capital. That's a bit pricey. Or we could go for, like, Târgoviște, owned by Hungary. We want to take stuff that's, like, far away from the center, where we have issues with aggressive expansion. The further we can spread out our AE, the better. AI is going to start being kind of crazy with offering us alliances, since we have relationship slots open. We'll take the alliance to Portugal. One less person to worry about having joined a coalition. Other people we can ally include a lot of people. We should ally some of the derps in here that keep trying to join the coalition, so that they don't anymore, even if they're just temporary allies. Like 3 leagues. It's just whatever, you know, ally them, immediately set them to not join offensive wars. We don't care about favors, we just want them to incur less AE with us. If we have spare relationship slots, we might as well. Unless we think we might attack them soon, like Trent. I do need at least 1 claim on Poland. We don't actually have any. I have no CB on them. Somehow, I have no CB on Poland. So, that's interesting. That affects the Commonwealth. Let's switch that so we can increase spy network speed. Gain Patriarch Authority or gain Stab? That Stab is actually looking pretty good here. We don't really need the Patriarch Authority. 10% swing. All that the Patriarch Authority represents is flexibility with our icon and manpower, which we've been doing fine with manpower, so we'll take it. Byzantium's almost gone. We should probably consolidate these armies. Into just 2 stacks so that I can get that 30 stack up north drilling. Rebels. But rebels are dumb. Did Byzantium lose core in Constantinople? Yeah, they did. That happens super fast because of the mission that the Ottomans turn in their mission tree after taking Constantinople from Byzantium. It's called like the City of World's Desire, or maybe it's the Decision, but it immediately flips the culture to Turkish and the religion to Sunni. So the reason why these cores always last and Constantinople doesn't is because Greek is the primary culture of Byzantium. It'll never expire, or it takes like 150 years or some bullshit. Actually, is it not the primary? I don't know. But it's like 150 years for these ones. And then when this stops being Greek, it sets it to 50 or 100. Dr. Quacksalver, thank you for your sub as well. Welcome. You drill, you drill. Gain an extra guy to drill this one. Everyone drills. Line of Cossack power, great. Burgers trend to 56. Gonna be a little tricky to revoke everything else. We can probably revoke the advisor discount from them next, since once this integration of Byzantium's done, we gain the Parthenon. It's sort of weird to me. It's hard to adjust to, honestly, so I still don't understand why centers of trade do still downgrade a level when you integrate a subject or conquer the land. But they did change it. I've tested it. Great projects don't downgrade when you integrate. Do they downgrade you? They do still downgrade when you conquer, right? Conquest? I think. Viewbot Prime, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Just checking for centers of trade that upgrade. Don't see any. Did I end up doing all the forts that I wanted to do? Yes, yes, yes. Fort ratio is very close. 0.84 is good enough. Don't need forts here. We got a fort here, and here that all need to be upgraded. And upgrade the ones out here to increase fort ratio as well. Wow, look at all those reforms that the Empire went through. Inheritance, Shadow Kingdom, decline, fate of the peasantry, Switzerland and the Empire. That kind of makes me want to play as the Emperor. But we are not eligible. The faith of the Empire is Catholic. We cannot do it. Unless we become Catholic. Do you want to become Catholic? Not too late. We could do it. I don't think we should, but we could. What empire? The Holy Roman Empire. I have been diligently deleting churches in Trade Company land. We should continue to do that anytime we can. I want a button that just deletes deletes churches every time you make a province into a trade company. That would be great. Trade company? No. Trade company? Probably will be. Trade company? Yes. I vote yes, flip to Catholic, form the Roman Empire, then form the HRE. That's ambitious. It could be done. Truce with Bohemia is up. Bohemia is independent. Nope. They were temporarily. We have a different length truce with Bohemia. It said. Kind of. I barely squeaked out a claim. Are we taking Krakow? Krakow is 40 development? That's a lot of aggressive expansion, but something that I'm not sure everyone keeps in mind at all times is that the amount of aggressive expansion that you incur when you take a province is based on the development, multiplied by culture, multiplied by adjacency, multiplied by religious group, multiplied by whether it's in the empire or not, multiplied by your aggressive expansion reduction, etc., etc. All this math, right? But remember, it only goes up to 30. Every point of development past 30 is free. So this is like a 33% premium province because it's more than 30. So if you're looking at provinces to take, like, yeah, you pay a lot, but you get bonus development. Obviously, you want the claim on the highest development province. And right on time, we are ready to declare. We have no morale, but that shouldn't matter. I'm so looking forward. I'm going to take a snapshot, honestly. I'm so looking forward to watching their income just collapse when they lose their plus 33% goods produced. Their goods. 43%, 33% from Polish crown. Oh, it's going to be beautiful to watch it collapse. Just wonderful. This stack is basically fully drilled, right? Here, let's pull off the high drill ones if we can, or maybe pull off the low drill ones, whatever's easier. I wish there was a button to sort by drill, but there's not. These infantry should probably go join the drill stack. These guys are looking great, well drilled. These guys are super well drilled. Alright, let's go ahead and declare now. I don't think we have to worry about Poland. France don't want to join. Spain is allies. And we can isolate them from the coalition. France doesn't want to join because they're in debt. Oh, wow. Well, we're not using them one more time, apparently. Alright. In that case, let's leave this army here. Dr. Trebuchet, you just died. Who wants to lead? When's the time to backstab France? We were going to do it after this war, but they already said no to joining, so basically right now. But we can't add a new ally while we're at war, so after this war, I guess. Amy Hobb, 83. Boom! Yeah, not great. One more. One more try. Dakadel, 1-1. 4-6-3-4. I'm okay with just being over by 1. We actually have extra... We're really close to the next leadership point, force limit-wise, so... I feel like we do kind of need it already. Those guys are going to go there. These guys can go here, and here, and... here, and here. What are you doing on Navy? Need more Navy. Always need more Navy. Never have enough Navy. I feel like I'm missing armies. There's a button to cycle between armies, right? I forget what it is. And, home and ends? Page up, page down. That's what it is. Cycles you through navies, though, as well, which is kind of annoying. Only goal with Spain is just kick them out. You really don't want to take any clay from them since they're non-co-belligerent. Although... yeah, no. Maybe I take like one of their centers of trade or something. Just because they are potentially giving us a lot of trade from their trade companies and stuff. What was that? Oh, we got stack wipe. That infantry stack died? Oh. Okay. Well then. Those were full drilled troops too. Damn. I guess I should have paid some attention to that fight, huh? Whoopsie. I really want to get the age bonus so that we can just turn on forced march and not have to pay attention to monarch point usage. I don't like that you have to pay military points to move your army around. I'd rather not, I don't have to. Ran in at 10 sub morale? Yeah, but against other countries we've been able to handle that just fine. We can usually, what happened is we can fight for, we can easily fight for 12 days with like no morale, but we need to order the retreat, otherwise we will lose. I mean, we would always lose, but we would get stack wiped. Like here. We're in danger of getting stack wiped here. Probably not here. Maybe, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Let's just put the support infantry into the primary armies so that I don't have to pay as much attention. Paying attention's hard, okay? I don't want to do it. We have room for more troops. Let's train them. How are we doing on artillery? Combat width is 30. We're already planned for 30 combat width. 4 years away from tech. No increase in combat width. Nice increase in supply, though. So, you know what I might do, though? I think we're going to already change the template to 16/016 and 32. Because it's just a better multiple. And we know that combat width will go up to 32 relatively soon. So if that's the case, I should have a multiple of 16 artillery. Go to 80, need 5 more. And then just build the force limit in infantry. I overbuilt by 1, whoops. We can turn on defensiveness here. Edict, institution will cost us three grand right now to embrace. I don't want royal marriages to our temporary allies. Poland is still spooky with their army. Their army, until we take quality ideas, they will be difficult for us to beat one-on-one, but I think we've put in enough legwork to break them. It's just going to be a kind of a slow decline until we get quality. Speaking of quality, our next idea group is on admin 18, so we have 2 full techs, 4 years plus like another 13. We'll see where we're at, but if Poland's completely destroyed by the time we get the next idea group, we probably go for diplomatic or trade, and if they are not, or we're having difficulty with anyone else, we would probably go for quality as the next group. They do not like the idea of letting me just win. They're going to pile literally every troop they can find from everywhere to do this. Let's roll until we have a bad combat roll. We have adequate numbers here, I think. Or until we get an artillery, an infantry in the front row. Artillery in the front row. Words. Alright, I'm noticing something. Huh. Okay, so this patch, it's part of the planned changes, but also, is it true then that you actually do in the current patch need more than just the 40,000 artillery that fight for all of eternity? Like, they actually do run out of morale. That changes things a little. It's interesting. Makes sense. I mean, how could someone fight forever? But well, we do need to retreat. We lost 25,000 to kill that many, whatever the number adds up to. More than 30, more than what we lost. That's fine. Lost the siege of Vilna. We can take it back quite quickly. I'm not worried. Need to reinforce artillery. So I would assume it's still the case that you should piecemeal reinforce. You should not just throw everyone in at once, because that way you don't lose morale during the battle. The daily morale loss, or whatever it is. Sorry about this, Bohemia. Spain seems like they've somehow decided to get their act together. They're actually trying to defend themselves. It's a bit confusing. We have negative 65,000 manpower. We can upgrade Petra. Petra gives us Diplo Rep +1 right away, which is good. We will not dump our manpower into it, even though it's really tempting. Excuse me? I was not paying attention, Poland. You're not allowed to do that. When I'm not paying attention, it is illegal to kill my stuff, okay? 6 siege pip guy is here. We cannot pull him off until he is in Memel. But once he does get to Memel, we can pull him off. Let's swap him in over here. Bum, bum. Like I said, stop doing things when I'm not paying attention, because that's cheating. Okay, my kids running around while I'm trying to stream is kind of annoying me. I just realized I haven't lived in a house that has like more than one floor for like 9 years. So hearing the sounds of someone running around upstairs is like weird, actually. We need high maneuver. Let's grab Tabes. Check to see where I just stole Tabes from. Place someone here. I think we do need to drill for a little bit. This fight's roughly equal, but I think we want to retreat and then regroup. Retreat today so that we get the reinforcement tick tomorrow. Bum, bum, bum. Even with that, we're not able to get out in time by a fair bit. It is... yeah. So if maneuver's not going to do it, combat was what we need. Let's just shift consolidate. Poland's troops are strong. Like I said, we probably do need quality ideas to counteract them, but economically we are slaughtering them, so it seems pretty likely to me that... Alright, one second. Sorry. I'm pretty sure my son was jumping off the staircase. Like you do. Alright, let's grab our navy. And go force our way over to protect the Spanish front. Because he's being annoying too. Why am I so annoyed by everything? I don't know. What subjects to transfer things to? This army needs to retreat in 1 day. We will retreat toward the current target so that these armies can defend each other and work together. These armies are going to... I need a... We Witty maneuver. Mic gone. Sorry. Back? Yeah, touching the mic is dangerous. Videk. There it is. Praxis. Praxis LP. Praxis LP. Like, in particular here, I want to stop that from happening. Alright, we're gonna go lead with the light fleet, which is way faster. We're going to... Alright, I should have kept that transport. I already forgot that I'm using slightly larger stacks now. We need 32 transports per transport fleet. We need to go send one army off to deal with Brittany. So this is going to be the only army that, like, maintains on Poland for now. Everything else is going to focus on secondary targets until we get them out. We are at negative 69,000 manpower. Nice. Actually want to consolidate down a little bit. I think we want to go to 96 artillery. Why are we suffering attrition? Should not be. Good. Probably need to send the light fleet this way to escort that fleet of transports on its way to group up with the others. Grab another 16016. Supply is kind of low here, but we should be leaving before the month's out. If we get lucky, we'll capture some transports. Boat bomb incoming. I forgot to check the general. We need good general. Best general 66 Acer. Alright, up here. Just need to make sure that these armies are not leaderless. And are not all dying. Over here, we should probably turn on defensiveness. Boom! We've arrived! What was that? What did we just lose? Alicante? Is that what just fell? Yeah. Okay. We can get them back pretty quick. Pick up more of the troops and bring them this way. Roomba. If I have a 57-year-old ruler And he just got a 120 baby. Should I yeet him and risk falling under a PU? There is a thing you can do if you are in danger of having a PU. You cannot fall into a PU while you are at war. So if you have no heir and a very old ruler, just stay at war. Pick a small one province minor or something, attack them, and then just sit in the war until you get an heir. You can't guarantee that you're going to get a good heir that way, but you should never risk falling under a PU. You have to do a independence war, which is like 3 stab or some bullshit. It's way too much cost to get out from the PU. So I'd do almost anything I had to do to avoid it actually resulting in a personal union. The attrition is atrocious right now. We need the next military tech. It's only 50% supply off the base, but it's all right. Our monthly manpower recovery is fantastic, so this army is recovering well. Let's have it move toward Kiev. We have our 6th siege pip general here. We do. Byzantium's about to get integrated. Let's grab a 4 siege pip leader and another 4 siege pip leader if possible. We're gonna go this way. This fleet's gonna go just kind of move around and murder stuff a bit. So we need to escort another army over. Crap, I had that army ready to go and then I just consolidated again. Force of habit, we need to go down to... I don't know, some number of troops, it's fine. Plenty. Did we build the trade company structure that gives defensiveness here? We did. Okay. Sorry, very distracted. Crazy Fist. Polap Lord, thank you for your subs, both. 41 more months in this era. We actually want to leave with this army if possible so that they keep on trying to siege these coastal defensive forts so that I can keep on boat bombing. That would be genuinely good. This army is going to go try to take down Brittany. Now that my navy has left, first off, these troops are dumb and bad. We should delete them. Group up all these ships. Do a little bit of housework real quick since this integration just finished. Upgrade that fort, upgrade that fort. Parthenon. Can't upgrade the centers of trade because we're at war. Parthenon stayed at level 3 as expected. We now have advisor costs minus 63% plus... What? Is that not giving us credit for Parthenon yet? Oh, right, we need to accept Greek. Duh. We need to make a Greek thing into a state real quick. And we need at least 20 Greek. Accept Greek. Parthenon activates. Advisor cost minus 83.5. And now, depending on governing capacity, I do still think trade companies are the best option for us here. So, we do accept Greek, but naval numbers matter more long term. So, I'm gonna say, despite these being full cores, we probably do make all of this into trade company land. Again, the argument for all this trade company stuff, it's better. It's a territory is minus 75% governing cost. Putting it in a trade company makes it minus 50. So you're doubling the governing capacity cost when you make land into a trade company, but it's like building a quarter of a shipyard just per province. Even inland provinces provide you with 0.5 naval force limit. And then you get all these buildings that do stuff, you know, like trade companies, man. They're good. I'm doing it manually, one province at a time, because if I use this click, it's going to instantaneously, without a confirmation pop-up, just de-state this stuff up here, I believe. Or maybe it's not that one. It's one of the ways it's instantaneous, that's why I don't want to do it. One of the ways it's bad. Alright, over here, we also want to do trade companies. And if we're doing trade companies, we might as well be diligent and remove the churches. Franco, thank you for your sub. Also, Comrade Shamrock, I think I caught you, but just in case I didn't, I apologize and thank you. Don't have a lot of money. Need to get these fleets grouped up. Let's do a quick checkup here on these guys. Appear to be doing fine. This army should be entirely self-sufficient since I'm sending it, like, just to go take care of a task. Let's put Tabes here. We are at 8 out of 8 leaders. I want to quickly get Huesca back. Right, it's wanting me to make a state here because I need to re-edit to the trade company now that we've got the thing done. And North Greece, I must have missed a province that needs to join a trade company. Otherwise, why are you popping up at me? Yeah, there it is. That one. Governing capacity is still okay. Free Fort Brittany, Copium. Alright, so that army's going to go to there. Once it gets there, we need this army to split off and be a support stack. Or rather to go here and start assisting. There shouldn't be much resistance up here. Got to be a general that's not being used right now somewhere. You don't need to be there. You escort the support stack. We got Huesca.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Ems fell, but that's not part of a state, so it's not a big loss. We can always take it back quite quickly. This is wanting to go group up with the 60 stack, drop off the 2 transports that the 3 transports we captured. Let's go. I'm actually going to go engage the Spanish heavies with our light fleet because I don't care. I want to do it. I think that we probably lose, but also we win because then they'll stop having as many troops or as many ships. And that's good. I think of 17,000 manpower. Let's consolidate here and here. What war is this? This is a war to finish the murdering of Portugal, Poland, whatever they're called. Someplace. It's quite possible that somebody has tech that we don't, that isn't us. Nope, no one that matters. Commonwealth is still on 16. Is that all Brittany, or is that, Oh, we have a lot of artillery in the front row. Gross. Okay, much more favorable for us, but our artillery did get pushed into the front, so I'm not upset with retreat. We're gonna need to hop across again soon to scare these people off. That or just walk over, but hopping across is better because they won't see us coming. The fact that he moved after I tried to engage him is a good sign. We're probably going to lose a lot of ships. This might be a bad idea. I think it is, actually. But it's engaging them, and it's fine. Damn Spanish wasting money building stupid heavies. They retreated. Means that I lost my reinforcement tick because the game kept running. That's not fair or cool. Five, 6, 2/2 siege specialist versus our 6/6. Let's see. We get cavalry shock, which is meaningless in supply limit. So this next level of tech doesn't do anything that helps us militarily. So we're not going to take tech early. Just doesn't matter. Having more manpower would be nice, though. If a single fort falls in Brittany, then we can peace out. We should probably start spying on Spain. Watch this. Surprise! We're here! Jason. That fort falling is annoying. Come on, Brittany. Leave the war, please. AI loves their forced march, don't they? Nice. We actually stack wiped, or we won that first fight right before a reinforcement happened, which is great. Navy is repairing. Let's take the non-damaged ships and have them go protect trade Constantinople for a second. Need a new general. Preferably a 6664, if you don't mind. Anyone want to do that for me? Want to help me out? What happened to Austria? France subjugated, then integrated. Ryan. Ryan is a good name. I think Ryan's going to be a 6664. Not even close. Not even a little. Alright, how about Fex? 1986. Also not even close. Last one. Just drop. Boom. Okay, we're 2 over the limit, but it's probably fine to just be over the limit a little bit here. We do have a 6-6 Jason, who is not currently busy. Effects over here. We need someone with good siege. Gust drop, go here. No. Gust drop. Go here. Crap, I missed the opportunity to put him in charge over there. Oh, never mind, we won already. AI loves their forced march. We should swap the 6 siege pip guy up into Brittany to wrap up that war. I don't want to be the aggressor in this mountain. This is wrong. I don't know why this is happening. How did this happen? This is bad. I also was not really paying attention to that anymore as well. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Alright. Wow, the the pure infantry stack successfully took down a fort before this guy did. That should be enough to knock out Brittany. Pillaged? No. How about war reps and money, though? Alright. Are we winning? I think we're winning. Light Fleet needs to come home to bust open a path again for the transports. Dock up before the monthly tick. Yes, which means we can get repairs. Hopefully that's not the heavies. It is. Damn. Well, we're going to go around. The transports are going to get murdered for 12 days. Actually, we should allow light ships to get murdered for 12 days, not transports. The transports are more important. I wonder where this army was retreating to. Does it matter? Probably not. When you're in a position like this, you should definitely try to split your army back up and get a second general in charge. Because if a general dies right now, it's freaking disastrous. Probably should barrage here. It's not good terrain, but it's also not awful terrain. Let's take the fight and retreat, apparently. Pesky AI with their dang forced marches. Riga. Didn't even know they were sieging up there. Alright, Spain. Why are you suddenly now trying to, like, do things? Irritating. I have 66 transports. Let's move. A straight up 30-0-30 stack. Dang it. Okay. Use that to go boat bomb the Spanish. You need to retreat. Don't think we're zone of control locked. We could be if that thing falls. So we're going to try to retreat down to here. 44,000 manpower in the hole. Turns out that the Commonwealth is not fully declawed. Wonder if I can successfully get onto that stack. Coming from Granada. This heavy fleet might stop us, but I'm gonna try to. We got in. I just need to get Spain out. Them actually, like, trying to fight back is really irritating. Pet cat for good luck. Cat, what are you doing? Wake up. Let's, where do we want our best siege leader? The 6th siege pip general. I mean, it probably does speed this up, but it's not really necessary. But I do want to get him out fast. That retreat choice did force Bohemia back, which is good. Don't really want to try to press in at the moment. Want to get Spain knocked out first. It's a flat terrain fight against Spain, who has exploration, expansion, offensive, economic. They have morale of armies and artillery fire. And don't they get Spanish tercios? That's almost definitely active, and it's only active for another 30 months, so now is not the time to be fighting Spain. If we can avoid it. This is obviously super overkill for this siege, and we're out of manpower, so... I'm gonna back off some of the troops. Let these ships go get repaired. Go murder some other ships from elsewhere. Let's ensure that that happens by not taking our transports with us. Otherwise they are going to slow the fleet down and we will not intercept nearly as much. I guess he wants to take this fight. I'll find our 6-6, Acer, and have him assist. Why not? They have good reinforcements here, but I feel like this is a very favorable fight for us. Probably take it. We now upgrade the holy city of Jerusalem. Let's save the money for the upgrades that do more. Or for other things, I don't know. We've got 11 whole war score with Spain, which is not enough to get him out, but we are probably just going to go for like white peace with him. Insufficient support for Poland. Really? 16 and 32 is insufficient? How's that possible? I guess we keep fighting then. I mean, tactics advantage, other advantage. Still need money for the institution as well. We have artillery in the front row. Let's get out. Oof. Never mind, that was very unfavorable somehow. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, Ruel is only a level 2 fort. Dang it, my kids are doing it again. Jumping on things and stuff. Prepare to be occupied, Mr. Spain. Need more artillery up there. There's the institution. I think we just embrace it. Get it done. Still allied to France. Can we offer him knowledge? Might be able to soon. Kids being kids, yeah. I'm trying not to get annoyed, but I already asked him about it once to stop jumping around on the floor. It's not a trampoline, you know? Got our fort back. Let's go threaten a fight with Spain, but not take the fight. I wish Spain would build more forts so that I could actually like get war score against them. I was complaining about that earlier, but like legit, it's really annoying how hard it is to get war score against Spain because he just doesn't have any forts. If we can get money and war ups, that would be sufficient. Or we don't even really need the money. Bum, 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 bum. 7 war score. Get a 7 war score peace deal. Is that enough? Probably not. They have a little bit of war score that they hold individually because of Alicante. All the war score, all the battles that we do with him are not going to help us out in getting Spain out, because the war score is going to be used against Poland. So only thing that matters are the occupations and that fort over there. This feels a little bit risky. We have too many artillery in this army. Let's bring it down and regroup. This is a favorable fight by far. We have a 4-6 here. Let's grab a 6-6. I mean, I don't, like I said, we don't benefit. Fighting the Spanish is kind of nasty, but it's a favorable fight, and we do still need war score against Poland, so I guess we do it. Get a 27% peace deal now with Spain. Let's go for money war ups. I think we just need this. Get Jason to come help. I'm trying to click on the army game. Thank you. Only 30 ships need repairs. Native 6. That's Alicante. That causes him to lose individual war score, now we're at -5. I cannot blockade anything. That's the dangerous heavy fleet. This fleet can go back to protecting again to try to bait out more ships. He should agree any moment. He just loses a little bit more. Wait, did we just beat their heavy fleet? No, it's New Spain. That makes more sense. Rebels in Riga. Autonomy probably, because it's a trade company, we don't care. Alright, Spain. You deserve it. Because you're worth it. Alright, so he's willing to do a 35% peace deal. Nothing more. I do want... I can't make trade companies, but I do care about the trade power in this node anyway. Thing is, we don't want to eat too much Spain while we are without permanent claims. So I think I do just take money war ups. We just call it good. We can always eat it later. They did fight awfully hard this time around. It was weird. Jerusalem. Missionaries. Yearly prestige. Didn't I say I wanted to save for this one? I think. Yeah. Manpower. Like this war. Suddenly we have no manpower. It's unusual. I'm also like 100,000 troops underneath my force limit because I have been consolidating a lot recently, which we haven't normally been doing this campaign. Now we can focus our full attention on Poland. Alright, so I'm just going to point this out again. It's very important that you do this way, if you're in this circumstance. Don't take your army and go like this, because then you won't catch them. If you want to catch them, you want to use your boats to do it, because that way they won't see you coming. Did you see that? It's classic. So if we want to get there, we need to use one more higher maneuver guy, it looks like. We can go to the 12th and then swap to the 6-6. Still probably use the 6-6 and engage tomorrow. Okay, our military advisors are cheap again, so we can easily run these at level 5 now. Oof, this war, we're technically losing because I need to go get Krakow, but we've lost roughly equal troops. Spain fighting back as hard as they did was just not expected. Let's focus up and get this war done. We have 120,000 troops over here, nice. 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 Why so many trade ships? Because we've got 420 force limit. Thanks for reminding me. Let's get some more. Religious ideas would be a great compliment? No, not at this stage. If you're going to take religious ideas, you take it earlier in the game, not now. We're too close to imperialism to ever justify going for that. What is this Hungarian army doing? Is that is that the army that was retreating from Scilly? Retreated over to here? That seems like it is. Commonwealth have not taken tech early either. That fort's doing a great job holding the line. 4% attrition. They are 306.7% of the current supply. AI Smirt. AI Super Smirt. We're not running a military bonus here. We still have institution spread, which we obviously don't need anymore. Can I sell the institution to anybody? I can sell it to one province miners or to Gen. You know what, Gen? You're a nice guy. You deserve this. This is for you. I made this. Manpower recovery would be nice. Discipline's nice. AE impact might be more important and relevant very, very soon, though. And we don't have any consecratable metropolitans anymore, so we gotta be a little bit careful with Patriarch Authority consumption. I don't think the AE impact's more important. Add to the construction cost, dev cost. Since we want to develop and get Crown Land up for absolutism, which starts in 18 months. Yay! What do you guys think? Pros and cons. Manpower. Monarch point efficiency and monies. No coalition. Maybe. Considering we don't have quality, this one seems really good to bring me right now. I think I'm going to do this one. Do metropolitans stick around if you unstate the land and make it a trade company? They do not. It's a state function. They have to be a state. So actually, earlier when we formed Serbia, sorry, when Serbia formed Italy, us formed Italy, we got to keep all of the consecrated development patriarch authority. And then all of the land we destated was no longer metropolitans. We got to consecrate it again. That was neat. Crimea is about to stop being a vassal and be integrated instead. Which means that we're about to automatically drop off the noble integration policy. Bohemia's army is easy to beat, so we should try to chase it if we can. We can convert Spoleto. Spoleto? Why is Spoleto reformed? When did that happen? I think there's actually a macro builder option for Consecrate Metropolitan, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, we found one. That one can stay on permanent defensiveness. That one should be on defensiveness. This one should be on manpower. No, manpower. Manpower. All the manpower. We make 5,000 manpower per month. Nice. We have plenty of manpower. We're at 60% professionalism now. Our slack and click is 126,000 manpower. We're good. You don't need to worry, chat. We have it. We have so much manpower. Trenson fell at some point, and I didn't notice it. There's a mountain fort. Let's have Just Drop go try to take that down. We need someone with maneuver here. Have someone with maneuver here. Crimea is gone. Obviously, this is all becoming a trade company. Governing capacity is at 1704 out of 1787. If we have the cash, I also want to build the trade buildings up here. Keep working those out. Free estate privilege removal is good. That's going to increase our absolutism cap, which is relevant because we are gaining it in 15 whole months. We need to get the ticking war score started ASAP, so we need to get an army that's good and big and competent onto Krakow. And then hang out near Krakow. Like, say, the one that just took down Vienna. Slackening is great. Did the edict get removed? You mean the privilege? Yes, it did. Why didn't you think I was telling the truth. You should always trust me. Always. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. That's how it works. Bessarabia did finally fall. We've gained a new merchant. Ooh, wait. Let's make sure we're transferring out of Crimea so that it doesn't randomly go north. Once, you know... If I don't, it's quite possible that What's-His-Face will do it. Let's improve relations with outrage countries over the annual tick. Harsh life of the ocean. It is a harsh life on the ocean. Places are getting raided. It's a fairly competent general. He should probably be okay to push in a little bit, right? Should be on track for this bonus right on time. Nice. Planned. Take admin tech early. Or not early, but like take admin tech now. Probably could have planned ahead for some espionage bonuses, but it's okay to just take the tech on time. We did all of the hard part of the campaign at the beginning of the campaign. We'll take political abs... that thing. Increase our max thing. Gain some missionary strength. We have another merchant. Another merchant? Or is that just like the same merchant that we keep gaining and losing or something? Alright, 3 war score will quickly change after we get the 15 war score back from the ticking war score. So that is not going to take long. It's our best general with a full bonus of 11 and 24-day siege sticks. This army is not actually safe, but it is running interference while we try to take back Trenton. So that helps a little bit, I guess. Kind of a painful fight. Same thing with this one now. If it's not going to... If we're not going to get Krakow, let's try to retreat onto Trenton so that we add the 6th siege leader here and try to take that mountain back real quick. Never mind, we got it. Don't have a good number of artillery in this army. Bohemia is now over here, apparently. We are running on empty. Why do they want to fight so hard? They have insufficient support, -2 penalty against superior troops. Well, theoretically superior troops. Whoa. Ouch. That was a big, bad fight. How, though? Like, I am actually kind of surprised they did that much damage. We may need to slacken here to finish this war. Again, same logic as earlier in the stream. Like, this is the war where we need to... Once this war's done, he's the second-rank great power. Like, it's just... He's the only real threat. He's 50% stronger than France. So, sure, we'll slacken once. Let's replace some of the troops that I fired, or consolidated out. I have no idea how many that is. 36 is not that many. Probably would have been faster to just use a template, but I wanted to ensure that we weren't going to interfere with boats and stuff. If I decide to build more boats, this army needs to retreat. We'll make another strong push for the war goal in a sec after we regroup and scare that army off. Alright, there's no way I'm gaining merchants this frequently. We are definitely gaining and losing a merchant, right? Which one is it? And why is it so damn annoying? This one is the Crimean Company at 51.3. That should also help. Wait, did that say what I thought it said? 51.3%? Trade companies in this region boost the amount of goods produced in all non-trade companies by 51%? That doesn't apply to people... The crap, it does? This used to be an India-only thing, where you had to be a merchant republic. This applies to everyone now? Wow. I don't remember hearing that change. That's insane. Doesn't apply to your own land, right? Yeah. It does not. So you still do want to only control the centers of trade with your trade companies, or, you know, within reason. Damn, they actually got Como. Go get it back, Jason. This is one of the reasons I don't like to consolidate. Having to retrain large amounts of men is more micro. Should just use templates this time. Commonwealth, why must you try so hard? That army looks dangerously exposed to me. I'm gonna pull back across the Gulf of Venice in order to try to convince the Polish to to move forward more aggressively so that we can then take advantage of that. Get Como back. Apparently we're doing a diet. I don't really want to turn that one off. I need to turn off the burgers stuff. We need to do burgers estate missions if they're offered, and they're not being offered. Great. Loot that state. Okay. I don't really need the Cossacks to be happy, though. Fewer rebel-controlled provinces than one. We have rebels? Oh, right, we have rebels. Forgot about that. Gain 10 prestige. Develop a rezo. Just spend ridiculous amounts of monarch points, huh? Do the nobles one, I guess. Roman Empire run? People keep asking about that as well. We might. I mean, it's not an unreasonable tag to form. It's not really the intent of the campaign, but could do it. Yeah, I had a feeling that that was going to happen. We'll continue to fall back this army fights for its 12-day period, and then we retreat. Good job, Tabes, rolling a 9. We retreat, and then wait. They should, not too bad, right? 5, 8, 2. It's like 10,000 for a little over 10,000. Not a bad fight. Poland, stop trying so hard. There's no way they have the same manpower recovery as us, right? We have 500,000 to their... So they get 2,500 a month to our 5,300 a month. Like, they can't keep this up. It's just the fact that Spain, like, joined and tried to work hard at it and stuff. Like, they actually tried. It was strange. Okay, I'll probably intercept the Bohemian army. That is a defensive fort that we definitely want to stop from falling, so let's go ahead and grab 2 fully reinforced stacks if we can. Assuming I can find some. Not fully reinforced. It's kind of awkward. Hey, Budget Monk, thank you for the raid. It's not normal that I'm streaming this late, so welcome, and I appreciate it. These ones. Are you around, Budget Monk, or are you wrapping up? You gotta run. A little curious to hear your thoughts on current patch. Not because I want a what do you call it? Like a confirmation of my own bias, but he and I have a tendency to agree on a fair bit of stuff. Oh, right, we have centrists for kids who can't read? Good. Ooh-wee. Hey, chat, there's something for us to spend money on. Just one sec. Yeah? Alright, gotta wrap it up pretty soon. People keep coming to the house. Don't understand it. I wanted to make it to the end of the age. I'm not gonna stop until we get there. That's a requirement. I need to see this Polish income number go down. when they lose their goods produced. They basically held steady. Our income's gone up like 40, 50 gold, so that's cool. Where's my navy? Where are my transports? Surprise! We just have to shift consolidate here if I'm going to actually be able to put together a competent fighting stack at the moment. That's why you really don't want to let your artillery take damage. It's so much more micro to get your stacks built after they've taken hits. I don't see any activity over here, so I think we're safe to try to go for those 2 sieges. I like lost artillery. We only have 86. We need a little bit more. How many do I need? 96, I think. To have perfect, like, number of them for my current stuff. Alright, we need to stop that, and then focus in up here and push for Krakow. Go, Tabes, go. You can do it. We believe in you. Great protection against Russia. Alright, come on, 3 months. Just, you can do it, game. Stop considering performing poorly and instead perform well. I have a feeling they see us coming. Interesting. Ems is defensive terrain. We can also relieve that siege. Hungary's army scares me the least, I think, out of all of them, although I haven't looked at their numbers, like, at all. It will be the defender in this fight. This is a shift consolidate. The only reason they have positive ore score is because of Krakow. We have positive ore score from battles, so we just need to get onto Krakow, and this is over. Ooh, we're really close to our next ID group too. Exciting. Okay, best siege leader, Jason, is currently chilling over here. He can swap out for literally anyone else. Best siege leader goes here, rushes to Krakow. Like, straight up just runs at it. Next, we take a stack that runs to higher supply nearby province. The attrition's kind of bad on some of these armies, but running around with bigger stacks is also kind of a safety thing at this point. Please don't reinforce quickly. Stop using, like, all of your effort to reinforce. It's really annoying. Somehow I don't think Tapes is going to make it out of there. There is the next era. Alright, we have 32 whole max absolutism. The rebels are fighting for the independence of Estonia. We need to get Osel unoccupied also. So this war just kind of needs to wrap up soon. One, stop it. "23-day siege sticks." I think we're gonna barrage it as soon as we get to, like, a day before it's about to fire. And just try to get this war done. I might end up having to wait till tomorrow. I wanted to get to this era, but we're gonna lose so much if we allow our artillery into the front row. Just take it on the first one. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna get Krakow, is what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna have to wrap it up. How do they break that? I thought they were locked in moving to Trenton. I could have sworn they were. Dude, Poland, thank you. Alright, we got Krakow. Why must you make me work so hard? 500,000 dead. Alright, Poland, I'm gonna have to pick up quality ideas to end you. And move on. That'll do it for today. I gotta wrap it up. We got to the next era. We need to get to peace so that we can lower autonomy everywhere we can. We want to get our absolutism capped out ASAP. We'll keep playing a little bit more tomorrow. But I will be back soon. Oh. Wait. Income. They're at... What? Losing 33% goods produced only costs them, like, 30? That doesn't seem right. Has it been a full month yet? Maybe it hasn't been a full month, or maybe they like gained prosperity or something. I don't know. All right, I'll be back later. You guys have a wonderful Sunday night. I'll see you guys next time.